Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, today we're jumping right into a really fascinating textual puzzle, and it's hidden in the book of Exodus right after that incredible miracle of the splitting of the Red Sea. So here's the core question. After the miracle at the sea and the bitter waters of Mara, the Israelites get to an oasis called Elim, and the Torah, a text that is famous for not wasting a single word, gives us this strangely specific detail: 12 springs and 70 palm trees. Now, think about it. For about 3 million people, 70 palm trees? Well, that's not exactly going to feed everybody, right? So you have to ask, what is really going on here? And the context? It's absolutely crucial. The name of the place, Elim, comes from a root word that means strength or power. And get this story about a perfect place of strength is sandwiched right between two major moments of complaint from the newly freed nation. First, they're complaining about having no water, and then immediately after this, they complain about having no food. That placement is a massive clue. And, this isn't just some throwaway detail. The Torah doesn't just mention it once in Shemot or Exodus. Later on in Bamidbar, that's the book of Numbers, when the journey is being recapped in a section that's mostly just a list of places, the text suddenly pauses, and it repeats the exact number of springs and palms at Elim. Whenever you see that kind of repetition, it's like a big flashing sign from the Torah saying, hey, pay close attention to this. All right, so where do we even start to crack this code? Well, let's begin with the numbers themselves, and we'll follow the commentary of the great medieval scholar Rashi. Okay, the number 12. In this context, what does that immediately bring to mind? For sure, the 12 tribes of Israel. It's the foundational structure of the entire nation. And the number 70? Well, that corresponds directly to the 70 elders who made up the Sanhedrin, the spiritual leadership of the people. So the crucial point, what Rashi tells us, is that these are not just random numbers. No way. They are direct symbols for the structure of the Jewish nation. You've got the 12 springs of living water for the 12 tribes and the 70 palm trees for the 70 elders. But why present this lesson as an oasis? To really get that, we need to understand the palm tree itself. So to build on this, let's actually jump to a different story in the Bible, one that really focuses on the character of the date palm, or tamar in Hebrew. So we're told that the prophetess Devorah judged from under a date palm. And there it is again, another one of those strangely specific details. The Talmud itself asks the question, why a palm tree? Why not an oak or a fig? The choice of tree has to be telling us something important about her and about the very nature of her leadership. And it turns out, the palm tree is this incredible metaphor for righteousness. It has one single trunk that goes straight up, symbolizing a heart that is focused only on heaven. It gives very little shade, which teaches an appreciation for whatever you have. And its precious fruit, the date honey, is way up at the top. You have to climb to get it. It represents a spiritual reward that requires real effort. Okay, now for the part that really connects all these different pieces, and it comes from a very cool ancient method of textual analysis. We're going to use a method called gematria. As you see, this is a system where every Hebrew letter has a numerical value, and this lets us find these hidden conceptual links between words. A key connection here was pointed out centuries ago by the scholar known as the Baal HaTurim. And this is just amazing. The Hebrew word for a palm branch, lulav, has a numerical value of 68. And the Hebrew word for life, chaim, it also has the exact same numerical value, 68. In this system of thought, that is not a coincidence. It reveals a deep, intrinsic connection between the two ideas. So based on this gematria, the Baal HaTurim makes the connection explicit. The palm tree is a symbol of the tree of life itself. This idea is echoed so beautifully in A Song of Songs, where the stature of the Jewish people is compared to a palm tree. The idea is that when the people stand firm, upright, and righteous, like that single straight trunk, they create a pathway for the divine presence to ascend and reveal itself in the world. All right, let's circle all the way back to our original puzzle at the Oasis of Elim, but now we're armed with this powerful new understanding. So you see, Elim isn't just a physical place. It's a spiritual lesson. The people are focused on what they physically lack, so God provides this spiritual oasis to reorient them. The 12 springs of living water symbolize the life-giving Torah, one for each of the 12 tribes. And the 70 palms, the tree of life, represent the righteous leadership of the 70 elders who guide the nation. And this is the crucial point. Right between those two moments where the people complained about physical needs, God shows them that their real strength, the strength of Elim, and their true life source doesn't come from food and water. It comes from their spiritual foundations, from Torah and from righteous leadership. And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. This ancient symbol isn't just a story about something that happened long ago. It's a timeless lesson. The palm tree represents growth through hardship and an unwavering focus on what truly matters. It's a powerful reminder for us to consider the deserts we face in our own lives and to ask ourselves, where can we find our own source of true strength? Thanks for joining me for this explainer.